And good evening there, Chinook fans. Tonight we have some more Alaska Baseball League action. Cale Duarte here with you, joined by Ryan Beck momentarily. Last night, after a crazy comeback and a lot of runs scored, the Chinooks come off a 13-11 win over the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, and we are right back at it with your Chinooks hosting, again, the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. 7 games left. Your Chinooks come into this game in the 5th and last place of the ABL. 15 wins, 22 losses. The Pilots come into this game 18-19, good for 3rd place. Brian, we come in, 7 games left, a huge win last night, as well as an Oiler loss. Half game out of 4th place. We just saw these guys. What are you expecting tonight?
Same level of competition. I mean, the Pilots aren't going to give up, and neither are the Chinooks, so it should lead to some good action just on the baseball field. So, I mean, we know that the Chinooks can score a lot of runs, and so can the Pilots. Hopefully tonight it comes down to whether or not we can outpitch the Pilots tonight and continue that hitting.
And like Ryan mentioned, pitching is going to play a big role in it. And Tyler Yoshihara going to get the call to the mound tonight to start things off. And his first pitch is chopped. Gomez playing first base is going to flip it to Yoshi, who covers first, steps on the bag. And off to a productive start is Yoshihara. 1 pitch and 1 out. In the field tonight for the Chinooks, catching. And in the squad tonight is Alex Crotty. Over there at first base, who just made that play, Justin Gomez. The second baseman, Brandon Mitchie. 3rd base will be manned by Aaron Shackelford. The shortstop, Alex Schmitz. And from left to right, Preston White, Levi Gilcrease, and Jeremy Johnson in right. And the first pitch to Andre Gregory from Yoshihara is in for a strike 1. And Gregory chops that and just over the glove of Gomez and into right field. Johnson right there to back that up. And Gregory is going to be aboard with 1 away here in the top of the 1st.
At the plate for the Pilots, number 23.
Cameron Thompson, the Pilot shortstop, now hits with Gregory on first and 1 away here. Cameron Thompson hitting from the left side, comes into this game, hitting .228. Yoshihara from the stretch is low for ball 1. Yoshihara so far this season, 1 win, 1 loss with a 4.01 ERA. Has appeared in 12 games with 3 of those starts, 33 and 2/3 innings, 15 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 32 hits given up. And Gregory going, swing and a miss. Crotty throws down to second. Schmitz applies the tag and got him. Great throw by Crotty. Good get by Schmitz out there as the ball was a tad bit low, but Schmitz is able to recover and place the tag. And as well, Thompson with a swing and a miss on what looked like a hit and run. Called by the Pilots. Now 2 outs and nobody on and a 1-1 count. The 1-1 to Thompson is high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Cameron Thompson, the Kansas State shortstop. And the 2-1 is out to left center, and this ball is going to drop and go to the wall. Thompson's going to round first. Gilcrease out there to pick up the ball. Thompson going to dig for 3. The throw from Gilcrease is high and not in time as Thompson into 3rd with ease. And the Pilots have a 2-out stand-up triple there by Thompson. And so with 2 outs, Ian Evans, the DH, will come to the plate with a runner on 3rd here in the top half of the 1st. Evans so far this season hit .325, 17 RBIs. Has a chance to add to that as Yoshihara misses upstairs for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch coming from Yoshi, as we call him. In there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Thompson stands on 3rd after a stand-up triple moments ago. Ian Evans hitting from the right side, facing 1-1 count here. And that one skips in the dirt. Good job by Crotty to keep that in front of him. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Last night, Evans went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Hits here with a 2-1 count and pops it up. And Yoshihara from the mound calls it and puts it in his glove for the 3rd and final out. Well, the Pilots have 2 hits but no runs, and we head to the bottom of the 1st. The Chinooks coming to the plate. And as we're back here on the bottom of the first, 0-0 ball game after the Pilots had a scoreless top half of the inning. On the mound for the Pilots is the 6'5" right-hander from Ventura, California, and UC Santa Barbara, Steven Ledesma. In 7 games, one of those being starts, Ledesma owns a 1-win, 1-loss record with a 2.81 ERA. In 16 innings on the mound, 17 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 15 hits given up. And the first batter to lead things off for the Chinooks is Jeremy Johnson, who went 0 for 4 last night with a walk. And he leads things off here. And Johnson, first pitch swinging, sends that foul down the right side.
And that foul ball sponsored by Representative Dan Sackler.
For strike one. Johnson comes into this game hitting .293. And Johnson holds off on that one for strike 2. Levi Gilcrease on deck, playing center field, batting in the 2-hole. Right now, Johnson faces an 0-2 count. And that one in the dirt for ball 1. Like I said, behind Johnson, Levi Gilcrease batting second, playing center. Brandon Mitchie batting third, playing second. Justin Gomez playing first base in the cleanup hole. Aaron Shackelford batting fifth and playing third. Preston White batting sixth and playing left field. Luke Coffey, the DH, batting seventh. Alex Karate catching. Batting eighth and batting ninth is the shortstop. Alex Schmitz as Johnson launches that one low, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here as Johnson has worked his way from 0-2 to an even 2-2 here. And Johnson goes after that one, but comes up empty. And Ledesma has his first strike out of the game for the first out for the Chinooks. Levi Gilcrease now hitting here with 1 out and nobody on. Gilcrease so far this season hitting .234 and 124 at-bats. Last night, 2 for 4 with a walk and a triple. That came in to score 1 time. Facing Ledesma on the mound for the Pilots. The first pitch from the 6'6" righty is up high for ball 1. A 1-ball, no strike pitch from the right-hander. He's chopped foul by Gilcrease. 1-1 now. He's chopped foul again by Gilcrease, and Ledesma will be up here 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ledesma on the mound, the 1-2 to Gilcrease here with 1 away and nobody on in the bottom of the first. And Gilcrease fouls that one off. Gilcrease at the plate seems to be seeing the ball well out of Ledesma's hands here. 1-2 again after 3 straight fouls. And Gilcrease jammed on the inside, but able to get some contact, but sends that one foul. So 1-2 again on its way from Ledesma to Gilcrease. Ledesma, the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. And Gilcrease goes down, swinging there for out number 2. And back-to-back strikeouts here for Ledesma to start things out from the bottom of the first. Brandon Mitchie, the second baseman tonight for the Chinooks. Coming to the plate here, 2 outs and nobody on. Mitchie, .256 batting average here with 3 homers so far this season and 121 at-bats. And the first pitch from Ledesma is in for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And Mitchie lays off that one as Ledesma finds the strike zone again. No balls, 2 strikes, and well, Ledesma 1 strike away here from putting the Chinooks down in order, all on strikeouts. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, and 2 outs. Ledesma gets the call, the pitch. And Mitchie able to lay off on that 0-2 as that one finds the outer half of the zone for ball 1. 1-2. And Mitchie chaps that out to Gregory at third, who collects it, flips to first. And in time for the third out, we head into the top of the second here. Pilot 0, Chinook 0. When we come back, Pilots coming to the plate. And as we're back in the top of the second, after a scoreless first for both teams, Carter Benz, the Pilot catcher, to lead things off as Tyler Yoshihara is back on the mound for the Chinooks. And that one, his first pitch swinging out to Gilcrease in center, who goes back and puts that away at the edge of the warning track there for a loud out number 1. Yoshihara back-to-back innings here with a first pitch, first out. And now Chandler Anderson,
Number 16, Chandler.
the Utah Ute, coming to the plate here. Anderson, in 75 at-bats, post a 173 batting average. So he'll look to find the groove in the bat box here. And his first pitch swinging is fouled out for strike 1. The 0-1 here is chopped out and splits. The infielder's over on the left side for the Chinooks and is through for a 1-out single. Anderson just barely got contact on that, but was able to split Shackelford and Schmitz out there and right through them for a 1-out single and a left. And so with a runner on first and 1 away, our Monty Smith, UC Santa Barbara first baseman, steps the plate here. And the pitch is low and gets away from Crotty. And Anderson will end up at second. And Smith now hitting here with a runner on second and 1 away after Anderson goes over to second on that wild pitch. The 1-0. He's down. Ball 2. Last night against the Chinooks, Smith went 1 for 3. A triple. And 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. He hits here facing the 2-0 count with a 1 away and a runner on second. And it's 0-0 top of the second. And that one is high from Yoshihara on the mound for ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Yoshihara sets, looks over to second and throws. And Smith lays off that 3-0 as it finds the strike zone to make it a hitter's count of 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 is low for ball 4. And so Smith will take his 13th walk of the season. And put runners on first and second for Sam Frugale. Sam Frugale from Virginia Tech, sporting a .224 average last night. Well, he went 3 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored, and took his average from 194 all the way up 30 points. So that's something you don't see every day. He hits here with Pilots on first and second and 1 out in the top of the second here. And for Gale, first pitch swinging, chops that foul over on the right side of things for strike 1.
Investments in Gavin Reed.
Last night, we saw Frugale sporting the first base glove. Tonight, he's over at second. And he hits here with runners on first and second. And an 0-1 pitch from Yoshihara on the mound for the Chinooks. And that breaking ball misses on the outside. Even count of 1-1 now. Frugale, a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit from the right side here. And he lays off that one for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. And Frugale turns away from that one as that one comes in for ball 3. So Yoshihara, with runners aboard, first and second, and only 1 out in the top half of the second. Will work with another hitter's count of 3 balls and 1 strike. With 1 out as he sets, the 3-1 is sent foul for strike 2.
And that foul ball sponsored by the Discovery Code Recovery and Wellness Center.
Full count of 3 balls and 2 strikes here. And the pitch. As the runners are going, and that one's sitting in left field and going to drop. And Anderson is going to come easily home for the first run of the ball game. As the runners were already going. So that made Anderson coming home. Easy work there. And so the Pilots, after Frugale RBI single, have a 1-0 lead here in the top half of the second. And the center fielder, Samuel Blair, to the plate. With still runners aboard first and second after that RBI single by Frugale. As that one from Yoshihara is high, ball 1. Samuel Blair, the Razorback from the University of Arkansas. 5'9" Texan. Hit 154 here. A 1-0 count from Yoshihara. As he looks over to second, the runners go back safely as Yoshihara just doing a, hey, I still know you're there, check back. 1-0. Blair lays off that one high, ball 2. Two balls and no strikes. And Blair takes a hack out of that one going upstairs and what surely would have been ball 3, but instead is a swing and strike. And a 2-1 count now for the Pomona pitcher right-hander on the mound for the Chinooks. And that 2-1 finds a strike zone there. Even count at 2-2 now. Armani Smith stands on second. Sam Frugale on first for the Pilots. And Samuel Blair with the top of the order on deck facing a 2-2 count here with a 1 away. Yoshihara sets and the 2-2 delivery is right down and a great breaking ball there from Yoshi. Round number 2.
Is awarding a $10 gift card for every strikeout the Chinooks throw here tonight. We'll award that at the end of this inning. Now batting for the Pilots, number 18, Will Brennan.
Top of the order, Will Brennan grounded out to first on the first pitch of the ball game in the last inning. Hits here with 2 outs and runners on first and second as he takes that one high and outside, ball 1. A 1-0 here with runners aboard first and second and 2 outs to Brennan. is sent down to Gomez at first, and foul is the call. That looked for a moment like it might have been fair, but the Chinooks catch a break there. 1-1 count after that foul ball down the line by Brennan. 0 runs for the Chinooks, 1 run for the Pilots. Making it a 1-0 lead so far. The 1-1 to Brennan here, with Pilots runners on first and second and 2 outs. Brennan takes that one chest high, ball 2. Yoshihara sets the 2-1 pitch. And Brennan chaps it out to right field, but Johnson is, well, he was there, and that goes over his head. Smith scores easily, and Frugale is going to be sent as that ball went all the way to the wall. And Blair's going to be sent home. He rounds third, and the throw home is not in time. As Will Brennan has a 3-run inside the park homer, and Ryan, it just looked like Johnson just totally lost the ball.
Yeah, he just overshot it a little bit, and unfortunately, it went all the way to the wall. It was a well-hit line drive. And now the Pilots are ahead 4-0.
And that one was lined out to right field, but it looked like Johnson just completely misplayed it out there. So now, with 2 outs and nobody on, the Pilots placing 4 runs here. Andre Gregory to the plate takes that one in for ball 1, and the 1-0 pitch is chopped up the middle to Schmitz. Schmitz fields it. The throw to first is in time. For the third and final out, well, the Pilots, 4 runs on the board in the top half of the second, taking a 4-0 lead into the bottom of the inning. The Chinooks come to the plate. Bottom of the second here. Pilots sporting a 4-0 lead after a 4-run top of the second. Justin Gomez here to lead things out. Gomez so far this season hitting .215 after going 2 for 4 last night with an RBI double. As the first pitch from Ledesma is low and outside, ball 1. Aaron Shackelford stands in on deck as Gomez faces a 1-0 count. And Gomez chops that out to Smith at first, who fields it and will step on the bag himself for an unassisted ground out. And come to the plate, Aaron Shackelford with nobody on and 1 away. Shackelford from Murrieta, California, hitting .278. And we want to just take this time, Aaron Shackelford's host mom, the Rao family. It's her birthday tonight. And, you know, Ryan, I've only been here for 1 year. I can't imagine what host families go through every summer. It's a sacrifice.
It is a sacrifice. It's like taking in a couple kids for an entire summer. You got to feed them. You got to take care of them, stuff like that. So, I mean, it is a little bit of a struggle. You're adding, you know, 1 to 2, maybe even 3 members
yeah, one house
to your
at
family.
4. The 1-0 to Shackelford is in there for strike 1. But it's definitely the unheralded heroes of the summer as the host families, as We had a host family appreciation day a few weeks ago. And the 1-1 of Shackelford is taking low ball 2. Shackelford last night, 2 for 4 with 2 runs across and a walk and a strikeout. And he saw his average go up 8 points. The 2-ball, 1-strike pitch from Ledesma. He's on its way. And Shackelford goes after that one in the dirt for strike 2. 2-2 pitch. Is outside for a full count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that 3-2 is called strike 3, and Shackelford, for better terms, disagrees with that call, but nonetheless, 2 outs here for the Chinooks. And hitting here with 2 outs and nobody on is Preston White, the Chinook left fielder tonight. And the first pitch from Ledesma to White is in there for strike 1. The 0-1. Also finds its way into the strike zone, and Preston White quickly down to an 0-2 hole. Luke Coffey stands in on deck, hoping to hit here in this inning. Right now, with 2 outs and an 0-2 hole, White needs to protect at the plate. Ledesma shaking off Benz, the catcher, and the 0-2. And that one's low for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. And White goes after that breaking ball from Ledesma, comes up empty. For out number 3, we're headed to the top of the 3rd. Pilots 4, Chinooks nothing. We'll be back with more Chinook baseball. Top of the 3rd here. Cameron Thompson to the plate as he takes that one low. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike here. 1-1. He's in the dirt, ball 2. The 2-1. It's chopped out, and Yoshihara going to come off the mound and collect it himself and going to run to the bag and in time for the first out of the inning. Ian Evans now to the plate. Popped up to end the first to the pitcher. Yoshihara in his last at-bat steps up to the plate at the top of the 3rd with nobody on and 1 away. And Evans takes that first pitch from Yoshihara in for strike one. And the 0-1 misses low. Even count of 1-1 now. That 1-1 is chopped out to Aaron Shackelford at third. The throw to first is in time. The second out of the inning. Carter Benz, who flew out to center field in his last at-bat, hits here, nobody on, and 2 outs.
Batting for the Pilots, number 14, Carter Benz.
Yoshihara winds, and the first pitch to Benz is in for strike one. And a swing and a miss for Benz as he goes down quickly here. No balls, 2 strikes. And the appeal down to first says Benz held up. So we'll have a 1-2 count here. Nobody out and 2 outs. Pilots 4, Chinook 0 in the top of the third, the 1-2. And that one's popped up, but playable. Gomez going to give a chase. So is Johnson. Gomez is not going to have enough real estate out there as that one sneaked over the fence. And so Ben stays alive on this 1-2 pitch. One ball, 2 strikes. That one hangs high and outside. Evens up the count. 2-2 here. And that one is chopped foul as Ben stays alive here. 2-2 again coming from Yoshihara. And that 2-2 is laced foul again. Two-two pitch is upstairs, ball 3.
Yoshihara right now just needs to settle in a little bit, keep finding that groove, at least with this at-bat.
And a 3-2 is laced up to Schmitz at short, who fields it. A throw to first is in time. So the Pilots go down 1-2-3 as they boast a 4-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third here is Luke Coffey and the Runaround Sioux walk-up song to the plate. Pilots 4, Chinooks 0. It's bottom of the third in Chugiak, Alaska. Gray skies all around, but the rain has seemed to be laying off so far. And the first pitch from Ledesma is swung on and missed by Coffey for strike one. So far, the weather permissible, 61 degrees, with a slight wind coming in from the left or right. And the 0-1 is down ball one. One pitch to Coffey. He's low. Ball two. And that 2-1 is popped high in the air. And that's going to be called by Brendan out there in center field. Or excuse me, Samuel Blair out there in left field. You're out number one.
Unwind, falling out of love in the same night. Batting for Chinooks, number 17, Alex Crotty.
Alex Crotty to the plate here. With one away and nobody on, Crotty had the day off last night. Back in the lineup. Behind the dish. Hits here with nobody on and one away. As Ledesma finds the outside corner for strike one. Well, looking at around the league, the Miners and the Bucks up at Anchorage. In game one of a doubleheader, the Miners have a 5-1 lead in the bottom half of the final 7th inning. As Crowley sends that one foul. In terms of standing-wise, that one really won't affect where the Chinooks stand. However, that one does play into if the Chinooks are able to sneak in the playoffs, who they might be playing in the first round. As it stands right now, we'd face the Miners, but the Bucks can put some wins together. Might be able to overtake the Miners for the first place position, as that 0-2 is sent foul as well. The 0-2. Crotty lays off that one low, ball one. The 1-2. He's laid off again by Crotty. Even count at 2-2 here.
Crotty right now just needs to remain patient, try and get this count as deep as he can to find the pitch he wants. And he turns a little bit, lays down the left. That ball's foul. Just barely.
About a foot off of the foul line there. Will Brennan out there and left gave chase. It looked like for a moment he was going to have enough time, but that one drops, and for the sake of Crotty, a good thing. So he'll have another chance here, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. And that one is laid off. For ball three. Well, I'll take it as a ball as a Chinook fan, as a baseball fan. Well, might be thinking otherwise.
Yeah, that one was a little bit questionable.
And the 3-2 is called a strike three. After that breaking ball from Ledesma, the 5th strikeout of the game. The 6-6 Pilots righty. And with nobody on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Alex Schmitz to the plate. Schmitz last night went 2 for 4. Hits here with 2 outs and nobody on. In the bottom of the 3rd, Pilots 4, Chinook 0. Schmitz, first pitch tapper. Out to Frugale, who flips it on to first and in time for the final out of the inning. Well, we're through the first third of this ball game as we head to the top of the 4th. Pilots 4, Chinook 0. We'll be back with more Alaska Baseball League action. Top of the fourth here as Chandler Anderson, who singled and came around to score, steps to the plate here. Pilots 4, Chinooks 0. And Chugiak, Alaskan, Lee Jordan Field, Cable Duarte joined by Ryan Beck here. And Yoshihara back on the mound, and that first pitch is drilled in the left field for a leadoff single. And well, Anderson having himself a good day so far, 2 for 2, as Armani Smith, who walked and came around to score as well, steps to the plate here.
Batting for the Pilots, number 22, Armani Smith.
And Armani Smith pops that up. And Brandon Mitchie over there at second. Gonna camp to that one and call it. And collect it for the first out of the inning here. With one away and a runner aboard first, Sam Fergal, who had himself an RBI single and came around himself to score in the second inning, steps to the plate here. Runner on first and one away in the top of the fourth. Pilots lead this game 4-0. Tyler Yoshihara on the mound and puts that one outside for ball 1. The 1-0. He's also outside for ball 2. For Gale, the Virginia Tech Hokie here. Looking to put more men in blue on the base pass. 2 balls, no strikes. And for Gale, pops that out into foul territory on the right side. Gomez going to give chase, and that one is going to go over the fence. Strike 1. For Gale getting the signs from his coach down there on the third base line and steps back in here. The 2-1 pitch. And there goes Anderson, but that one is fouled away.
And that foul ball, sponsored by Labor Local 341.
And so now, for Gale, we'll have a 2-ball, 2-strike count to work with. And the Chinooks infield will be well aware that Anderson, who stands on first, might be going. Top of the fourth. 1 out, runner aboard first, and the 2-2 pitch from Yoshihara to Gale here, who sets from the stretch. And the pitch is sent foul as well.
And that foul ball sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investments and Gavin Reeb.
And so Yoshihara checks over to Anderson at first, slides in safely. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Yoshihara sets the 2-2. And that one makes for Gale back up. That one is head high, ball 3.
It's a little bit of low-grade chin music there. For Gale, a little rattled. Gets back in the box, though, with confidence.
As he steps back in the count, 3-2. And he goes after that one high, lifts it out into Johnson on the right, who trots in and puts it away for the second out of the fourth. And so now with 2 outs and a runner on first, Samuel Blair, who struck out looking in the second inning, comes to the plate here.
Number 4, Sammy Blair.
Anderson takes the lead off first. Yoshihara gets the signs from Cronny. And the pitch is in for a strike 1. The 0-1. And there goes Anderson. Crotty gets the pitch to throw down to second. The tag. He's not in time as Anderson just able to beat out the throw. As the throw was just a little high and wide, and Mitchie was not able to apply the tag in time. So now a 1-1 count and 2 outs and a runner on second after Anderson hits the stolen base. Samuel Blair has an RBI opportunity here. With 2 outs and a runner on second, the 1-1 pitch from Yoshihara to the Pilots' 9-hole hitter. And that breaking ball misses high, ball 2. Two-1 is high, ball 3, and Blair has a hitter's count here at 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 is low for ball 4. And so we head to the Pilots' top of the order. Will Brennan now with runners aboard first and second and 2 outs. Pilots own a 4-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. Will Brennan in his last at-bat, well, had the unusual inside the park homer. First pitch from Yoshihara to Brennan as he steps off the mound. And that's going to be a balk called. And so the infield umpire over there at second base making the call on that one. And so Anderson and Blair both move up a base to put runners on second and third here. And Yoshihara puts that one in for strike 1 to Blair. Brennan at the plate, no balls, 1 strike here. And Brennan pops that one foul, and he'll be down here at 0-2.
And that's foul ball. Sponsored by Discovery Cove Recovery and Wellness Center.
Yoshihara, the 0-2. And Brennan puts that out to Schmitz, takes it on a hop, spears it. The throw to first is in time. So the Pilots threaten, but come up with no runs. We head at the bottom of the 4th. Pilots lead 4-0. Bottom of the 4th here, Jeremy Johnson in the top of the order, back up for the Chinooks. Pilots leading 4-0 here as we approach the 7 o'clock hour here in Chugiak, Alaska. And Johnson goes after that low cheese and comes up empty for strike 1. Johnson struck out swinging in his last at-bat in the bottom of the 1st, looking for different results here. The 0-1 from Ledesma. Misses for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike here. The Chinook leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 4th. That one comes to Johnson's ankles. Ball 2. And that 2-1 from Johnson is chopped up the middle. Thompson dives, makes the play, and he bobbles it, but Johnson is going to be aboard. That's okay.
That's pretty Chinooks number 10. This is by Gilcrease.
Runner on first here, and Gilcrease, who takes that one low, ball 1. Johnson stands at first after an infield single. Thompson made a great play at short, but a tough one came up empty. And the 1-0 to Gilcrease. He's a low, ball 2. And we'll see here with the Chinooks down 4-0 if Johnson goes conservative or aggressive here on first. Is known to steal a few, but the 2-0 to Gilcrease is inside, ball 3. And so the Chinooks, with nobody out and a runner on first, and Gilcrease with a 3-0 count, can get something going here if the right dominoes fall. Johnson takes the lead off first, and the 3-0 to Gilcrease. And Gilcrease watches that one all the way in for strike 1. So now Gilcrease will surely have the green light. Hit her count of 3-1, and a runner on first with nobody out. And Gilcrease goes after that 3-1, but comes up with a foul, so we'll have a full count of 3-2.
And that foul ball, sponsored by the Chinook Shack.
And the 3-2 is shot to the backstop from Gilcrease foul. So we'll have another 3-2 pitch. Three-two. And Gilcrease sends that one foul. So we'll have another 3-2 pitch. Bottom of the 4th, Jeremy Johnson on first. Levi Gilcrease at the plate with a 3-2 count. And the Pilots with a 4-0 lead. The 3-2 is low, ball 4. So the Chinooks, with nobody out, we'll have runners on first and second for Brandon Mitchie. Mitchie grounded out to the third baseman his last at bat. And Mitchie sends that one foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike after that foul from Mitchie. Runners aboard first and second with nobody out. That one misses outside, ball 1. The 1-1. Up high, ball 2. Two 2-1 pitch from Ledesma to Mitchie. Johnson on second, Gilcrease at first, and nobody out. 2-1. He's in there for strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. He swung on and missed from Mitchie. And the first out of the inning after Ledesma records his 6th strikeout of the game. Justin Gomez grounded out. The first baseman in the bottom of the 2nd hits here with 1 away and runners on 1st and 2nd in the bottom of the 4th. Pilots leading 4-0 as we have hit the 7 o'clock mark here. So hopefully the hour is a bit different than the 6 o'clock one. Ledesma in the stretch, the 6'6" right-hander, as Gomez calls time from the left side of the batter's box and steps right back in. Ledesma sets and the pitch as he first checks on to Johnson. Well, I will have to say I got a little fooled there. So a good move by the right-hander. First pitch to Gomez. Is outside of the strike zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch to Gomez here. Gomez lays off that one inside, ball 2. Runners aboard, 1st and 2nd. In this bottom of the 4th action, with 1 away, and Gomez facing a 2-0 count. And Gomez takes that one low and in the dirt, ball 3. So the Chinooks, with the runners on 1st and 2nd and 1 away, and Gomez with a 3-0 count. Well, we saw Gomez do it last night with a rip of a double in right center. I doubt he takes a hack at a 3-0 pitch, but if he has a chance at a 3-1 count, I'm sure he'll be thinking of sending one deep to the gap. 3 balls and no strikes here. The Chinook cleanup hitter, Justin Gomez. Gomez lays off that one all the way in for strike 1. So now let's see what Gomez can do. Hitters can a 3-1 with 1 out. And Chinooks on 1st and 2nd base. Pilots 4, Chinook 0. Ledesma, the 3-1 to Gomez. He's in there for strike 2. Gomez. Not happy with himself on that one. 3-2 pitch. Gomez swings and misses there for the 2nd strikeout of the inning and the 2nd out here. As Ledesma on the mound for the Pilots works his way back from a 3-0 count all the way to back-to-back strikes for his 7th strikeout of the game. Aaron Shackelford now at the plate here. Runners still aboard 1st and 2nd, this time with 2 outs. And that one misses for ball 1. Ledesma on the mound so far through 3 2/3, only 1 hit, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. The Chinooks looking to change that right now. The 1-0 to Shaq with runners on 1st and 2nd and 2 outs here is outside, ball 2. The 2-0 coming from Ledesma to Shackelford. And Shackelford takes a hack of the 2-0, chop to Thompson at short. The throw to 1st is in time. The Chinooks get runners on first and second, nobody out, but not able to do anything with it. We're through 4, Pilots 4, Chinook 0. Top of the 5th here, Pilots with a 4-0 lead, and Andre Gregory at the plate takes that one high for ball 1. Gregory in this game, 1 for 2, singled in the first, and grounded the shortstop in the second, and belts that one out to center field, but Gilcrease out there, twisting and turning, but makes the catch deep in center field for the first out of the inning. The Pilots really putting the belt on the ball tonight.
They have been. A couple of just really hard hit balls, and especially the one hit at Johnson. That ball was hit hard. I mean, it was hit right to him. I mean, it went over his head.
It is not hard to judge that. Or it's very hard to judge it. That's what I meant.
Yeah, so definitely something the outfielders got to pay attention to here.
Yoshihara misses down ball 2. And for the most part, the Chinook outfield has been relatively stable and consistent as that one's out to left center. Gilcrease going to have to run for this one again. But running to his right makes the catch. Route number 2, well, who says you need to do cardio in the gym? Gilcrease doing it right now.
Batting for the Pilots.
I mean, the cardio in the gym probably helps to do the cardio now.
That's true. Yeah. It's a kind of a 2-in-1 kind of thing. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And the cleanup hitter for the Pilots, Ian Evans, over 2 in this ball game, stepping to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. And as Yoshihara misses up high, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. And Evans chops that one foul down the third base line. One ball and 1 strike. Nobody on for the Pilots and 2 outs. And the 1-1 pitch. He's chopped down to right center, and that one's going to plop in just in front of Johnson and just behind Mitchie for a 2-out single here. And so now with a runner aboard first and 2 outs, Carter Benz, who grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat in the third, steps to the plate here.
Carter Benz.
And that one's chopped, and Schmidt's not able to get a glove on that one. As Benz and the Pilots again just tearing the cover off the ball as that one smoked in the left field. Schmitz took a step to his right, but came up short of that one, as I don't think anybody would have come up with that one. So now 2 outs, the Pilots have put back-to-back singles together and have runners on first and second here for Chandler Anderson. Anderson, 2 for 2 in this game with 2 singles. So the Pilots would love for him to do the same here. He's stepping in from the right side with 2 outs. Evans on second, Benz on first, and Anderson a swing and a miss for strike 1. The 0-1. And the runners are going, but that one's chopped up the middle and through. And Evans is going to be sent home. And in, and the runner, coming from first to second, took a wide turn and elected late to go back to second. The throw not in time. So the Pilots not only get a run home, but still have runners on first and second and 2 outs. Armani Smith. And the Pilots now 5. And the Chinooks 0. Armani Smith walked in the second, came around to score as well, and popped up to Mitchie over at second in the 4th. Hits here with runners aboard first and second in the 5th with 2 outs. And Yoshihara finds a strike zone there. For strike 1 of the at-bat. The 0-1. And Smith goes after that one as it skips past Cronny's legs, and that's going to be an opportunity here that the Pilots take advantage of to move their runners up. So now, runners on second and third, and an 0-2 count here for Armani Smith. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The pitch from Yoshi. And Smith stays alive with a foul ball.
NFL ball sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investments and Gavin Reed.
Carter Benz on third. Chandler Anderson on second. And Armani Smith at the plate. The 0-2 2-out pitch. That one skips in the dirt and away from Crotty. And Benz is going to come home easily as Anderson goes from second to third, and the Pilots now lead 6-0. A 1-2. And Smith lays off that one high, ball 2 here. The 2-2 is right there, and Yoshihara, a beautiful breaking ball to end the inning. The Pilots put 2 on the board, and now hone a 6-0 lead as we head to the Chinook bottom half of the 5th. Preston White here to lead things out in the bottom of the 5th. As White drills that one foul for a first pitch strike. The 0-1 is chopped down the third base line. Foul is the call. And so White, after 2 drills of a strike, down 0-2 here. The 0-2. And White lays off that one as that one is in. Ball 1 here. One ball, 2 strikes to White. Struck out swinging back in the second. 1-2 from Ledesma. Swings and misses, and the 8th strikeout of the game for the Pilot right-hander. Luke Coffey at the plate here.
Number 30, Luke Coffey.
And Coffey takes that one low. Ball 1. And Coffey sends that one foul, leaving count of 1-1.
Representative Dan Sadler.
One is low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Coffey lays that one off, and the hitters count of 3-1 here. And Coffey sends that out to right field. McCready going to give chase as that one's back, and off the top of the wall. And that is going to be a play ball. And Coffey's going to round second and stand up at third as he was inches away from a home run. And the umpires are going to have a meeting here, I would assume, as that one looked like it might have gotten over, but it looked like it hit off the top of the wall.
Well, that's where I'm a little confused. I mean, typically the rule you see is if it hits the top of the wall, it's considered a home run.
Batting the Warriors, number 17.
Well, it hit the yellow part of the wall, which technically, since we're not in a major league stadium with no bleachers behind it, is still part of the wall in this stadium here. So Coffey will have to settle with a triple as Crotty at the plate swings and misses for strike 1. So Coffey, literal inches away from a home run, now stands at third. And Alex Crotty at the plate. And Crotty sends that out to left field to Cody Kerfman, who just came in the game. Crotty is going to come home to throw from left to Benz, and Benz, wow. What a throw from the left fielder. And a double play as Coffey
we're at the top of the 6th inning. The score, your Chinooks
is tagged out home.
Pilot 6. Tonight's game
And well, we head to the top of the 6th. Pilot 6, Chinook 0. Top of the 6th here, Sam Frugal leading things off. As that one is head high, ball 1. Frugal, 1 for 2 in this game. RBI single and came around to score back in the 2nd. Flew out to right field in the 4th. As he takes that one low, ball 2. Pilot 6, Chinook 0 here. And lead Jordan Field. And that 2-0 pitch finds the strike zone, 2-1 now. Yoshihara getting the signs from Crotty. Winds, the 2-1 is sent out to left field and gonna drop in for a leadoff single by Frugal and the Pilots. As Samuel Blair, the 9-hole hitter, comes to the plate here.
Coming to the plate for the Pilots,
nobody out.
For Sammy Blair.
And a runner on first. Runner on first here for Blair. And that one is sent out to center field. Gilcrease right there. He's under that one for the first out on the top of the 6th. And a pitch hitter here for the top of the order, Will Brennan, Chris McCready in as he takes that one in for ball 1. McCready from University of San Diego. We've seen him in right field, now playing the other corner outfield spot in left field now. He's taking his first tack of the ball game. And the 1-0 is sent foul, strike 1.
And then foul ball, sponsored by Discovery Cove Recovery and Wellness Center.
And that 1-1 is set in the left field. Preston White going to go there and put that away for out number 2. 2 outs now as Andre Gregory stepping to the plate. Hits here with a runner on first in the top of the 6th and 2 outs. Pilots lead this game 6-0 as we're coming up on the 7:30 mark in this game.
Andre Gregory.
Gregory, 1 for 3 in this game, singled all the way back in the 1st. As he takes that one outside, ball 1. The 1-0. He is low and at the feet of Gregory, ball 2. And that 2-0 pitch finds a strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Cameron Thompson on deck for the Pilots. Right now, the 2-1, 2-out pitch. He's lined out. Shackelford's turn, spins, throws to first, and in time for the 3rd out. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Pilots lead this game 6-0. Bottom of the 6th here. Pilots lead this game 6-0. Alex Schmitz to lead things out. Ledesma, the first pitch of the inning, is sent foul for strike 1.
And that foul ball sponsored by Representative Dan Sadler.
The 0-1. Yeah, swing and a miss by Schmitz as he goes down here. 0-2. And that one is called strike 3 on the inside half. As Ledesma picks up his 9th strikeout of the game. Jeremy Johnson to the plate here.
Jeremy Johnson.
Nobody on and 1 away. Johnson is singled back in the 4th as he takes that one high for ball 1. That one's chopped. The slow roller down. Gregory going to try to collect it, throw to first, and in time. And with Johnson's speed, Gregory is going to have to work fast there as he does. And the Chinooks go down in order in their first 2 at-bats, and now Gilcrease here hits with nobody on and 2 away.
Batting for your Chinooks, number 10, Levi Gilcrease.
Gilcrease, 0 for 1 in this game, walked in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 1st. As Steven Ledesma gets him to chop and Thompson at short, collects it, throw to first in time. Quick work for Ledesma and the Pilots of the Chinooks. We're through 6. Pilots 6, Chinooks nothing. We'll be back with more Chinook baseball. Top of the 7th here. As Andrew Downs
number 23, Cameron Thompson,
is on for relief. Has appeared in 1 game. He went 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 1 run on 1 hit. As he finds the strike zone there to Cameron Thompson, the leadoff hitter here. And that one finds the outer half of the strike zone. As Thompson at the plate for the Pilots finds himself quickly in an 0-2 hole. No balls, 2 strikes. As that one gets away from Towns. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1-2. That one's plunked out to left. White right there. And one out here for the Chinooks on the top of the 7th. Pilots lead this game 6-0 as Ian Evans, 1 for 3 in this ball game, steps to the plate with 1 away and nobody on.
Batting for the Pilots, number 13, Ian Evans.
Evans, first pitch swinging, puts it out to right field, and that one is going to drop. And past Johnson out there in right field. Evans going to round first, and he is going to dig for third. Johnson gets the ball out of the dirt, and Evans, he's going to have a stand-up triple. As well, some days are harder than others, and Johnson just having a rough time in the field.
That's the second ball he misplaced. I mean,
Batting for the Pilots, number 14.
once it bounced fair, it was in fair territory, moved towards foul. He overshot it, had to flying around it, then went and hit the bullpen mound, and bounced around in there. And by the time he picked it up and threw it, he was already 3/4 of the way to third base.
And really, it all started with Johnson just charging in and couldn't put on the brakes in time. And Carter Benz at the plate, took the first pitch for ball 1 and sends that one out of play for a foul strike.
Foul ball sponsored by Labor's
So runner on third here. And that 1-2 is chopped foul. The 1-2 from Towns is at the feet. Even count a 2-2 here. And the 2-2. And that one's set up. And Gomez going to roll to his left and going to call it and put that away for the second out of the inning.
Batting for the Pilots, number 16,
Chandler Anderson now to the plate with 2 outs. And a runner on third here in the top of the 7th. And that one's out to center field. Gilchrist's going to have to go back, and he's rolling, and puts that away. As he, at the warning track, collects it. Well, the Pilots make it interesting, but come up empty with no runs. We head at the bottom of the 7th. Pilots 6, Chinooks 0. Bottom of the 7th. Pilots have a 6-0 lead. Steven Ledesma back on the mound and facing Brandon Mitchie to lead things out here. As that one misses outside, ball 1. 1-0. And a swing and a miss by Mitchie. Evens his count up, 1 ball and 1 strike. One. He's right there for strike 2. So Mitchie, over 2 in this game, will have to protect. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Mitchie lays off that one outside, ball 2. Showing off his patience there. It was on a 2-strike pitch. That was awfully close, but lays it off anyway. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss by Mitchie. And so Steven Ledesma has double-digit strikeouts here. 10 strikeouts. And with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th, Justin Gomez to lead things out. Or should I say hit here. In this 6-0 ball game in charge, the Pilots are. And Gomez, first pitch swinging, comes up empty for strike 1. EO1. Out of the glove of Benz as that skips to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike here. 1-1. And Gomez takes that one in for strike 2. Gomez, who struck out swinging back in the 4th, will have to protect here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's just high, ball 2. The 2-2. He's down, ball 3. Three-two to Gomez here with nobody on and 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And Gomez goes after that 3-2, but sends it
And the foul
foul.
ball sponsored by Discovery Cove Recovery and Wellness Center.
As Ledesma steps out. Steps back on the rubber. Gomez hits from the left side, the 3-2 from Ledesma. And Gomez chops that right to Ledesma, who makes the play and will flip to first. And the Chinooks, 2 outs here.
At the plate, for the Chinooks, number 8, Aaron Shackelford.
Shackelford over 2 in this one. Struck out looking back in the 2nd. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th. Hits here with 2 outs and nobody on. In the bottom of the 7th here. Steven Ledesma, the first pitch to Shackelford. He's chopped right back, and Ledesma. A great twisting backhand. And we're through 7. Pilots 6. Chinook 0 as we head to the top of the 8th. Top of the 8th here. Pilots sporting a 6-0 lead over your Chinooks. Looking over around the league, the Miners Bucks doubleheader tonight. The Miners took the first one 5-1, which makes them 3 games ahead of the Bucks in second. And currently in the second game, in the bottom of the first, the Miners control with a 2-0 lead as Andrew Towns back on the hill for the Chinooks. It's Armani Smith, a swing and miss for a strike 1. The 0-1 from Towns is chopped to Shackelford at third. Will have to make a tough play. The throw to first is in time anyway for the first out of the inning. One out here for Sam Frugal with nobody on.
Batting for the Pilots, number 12, Sam Frugal.
Sam Frugal so far in this game, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. Towns, the first pitch to Frugal is inside and low, ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch is chopped foul by Frugal. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. 6-0 lead here for the Pilots in the 8th. And the 1-1 one-out pitch is chopped to Gomez at first, who collects it and will take it to the bag himself for the second out of the top of the 8th. And now with 2 outs, nobody on. Samuel Blair will come to the plate.
At the plate for the Pilots, number 4, Sammy Blair.
And that one is first pitch chopped to Schmitz, who backhands it. The throw to first is picked by Gomez. And in for the third out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Pilots 6, Chinooks 0. We'll be back with more Chinook baseball. Bottom of the 8th here. Pilots lead this game 6-0. Preston White leading things off 0 for 2 in this one. 2 swing and strikeouts as the Chinooks look to come back. White sends that out to deep left center. But Blair out there puts that away for the first out of the inning.
At the plate, for your Chinooks, number 30, this is Luke Coffey.
Luke Coffey now hitting with nobody out. Nobody on and 1 out. And the bunt down, pulled back as Ledesma puts that one in for strike 1. The 0-1 is sent out of play. Foul and
And the
strike
foul
two.
ball sponsored by Edward Jones Financial Investments and Gavin Reed.
No balls, 2 strikes for the Chinook. Designated hitter Luke Caffey. He triple back in the 5th and takes that one looking for ball 1. The 1-2 to Caffey. And that one's drilled out to left field, but right to McCready. And the second out of the inning for the Chinooks. Alex Crotty struck out looking back in the 3rd and flew out to the left fielder in the 5th.
Batting for the Chinooks,
That's
number
the play
17,
here.
Alex Crotty.
Desma. 100 pitches thrown in this game. As Crotty drills that, and on the 101st, Ledesma will exit as he is through 8 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. We head to the top of the 9th. Pilots lead to 6-0 when we come back. Chinooks
Discovery Cove and Wellness Center
will be on the field. Top of the 9th here. New pitcher on for the Chinooks. J.J. Julian. Julian, last pitch, July 22nd. Went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 1 run against the Miners. Overall, 1 win, 3 losses, a 3.32 ERA, and has 21 2/3 innings under his belt, which is good for 34 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 14 hits given up. And in the first batter he'll face here in the top of the 9th will be Chris McCready, left fielder who came in the 5th. First pitch swinging, plops that out into left field. Preston White going to charge in, call it, and put that away. Right, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Batting for the Pilots, number 8, Andre Gregory.
Andre Gregory, 1 for 4 in this ball game. Steps up here in the top of the 9th with nobody on and 1 away. Julian winds in the pitch. He's right there for strike 1. Julian, the fire-throwing right-hander from Ackworth, Georgia. The 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed on a beautiful breaking ball there. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. He's inside, ball 1. The 1-2. And Gregory sends it out to center field. Gilchrist's going to go back all the way to the warning track and puts that away. in the deepest part of the park for the second out of the inning. And now, after back-to-back quick outs here, Cameron Thompson, the shortstop, to the plate.
At the plate for the Pilots, number 23, Cameron Thompson.
Cameron Thompson 1 for 4 in this ball game. Julian, the first pitch to Thompson, is popped up, but foul. Julian, the 0-1. He's at the hands of Thompson and in for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. And that one scoots back Thompson, ball 2. Thompson tripled all the way back in the 3rd. And that's the only thing he's done with a bat in his hands tonight. 2-1 from Julian. Is there for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and nobody on here in the top of the 9th. Pilots 6, Chinooks 0, Julian the 2-2. And that one's just a plunker back to the backstop.
And
foul.
Ball sponsored by the Chinook Shack.
2-2 pitch on its way again from Julian. And that breaking ball just broke a bit too much there. Ball 3. Three-two. Is chopped foul down the first base line. As Thompson stays alive with back-to-back fouls here. The 3-2. He's just plunked. Three balls and 2 strikes. Again here. And that one missed for ball 4. So Thompson will take the walk there. And Ian Evans will step in the top of the 9th. 2 outs and a runner aboard first. Evans doubled in the 7th, singled in the 5th, and came around to score as well. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 3rd. And popped up to the pitcher in the 1st. That's first pitch swinging, just a little nubber out to Schmitz at short, who collects it. The 3rd out of the inning. Well, it is rally cap time as the Pilots have a 6-0 advantage over your Chinooks as we head to the bottom of the 9th. When we come back, the Chinooks go for the epic comeback. Bottom of the ninth here, Jeremy Johnson will stand in on deck, and Alex Schmitz will be at the plate as he takes that one outside. Ball one, Steven Ledesma back on the mound for the Pilots, and he's been a tough one to crack. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. And the 1-0 to Schmitz is chopped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike here.
Sponsored by Representative Dan Sadler.
A 1-1 to Schmitz here. Schmitz so far 0 for 2. Grounded out to the second baseman. Frugal in the third and struck out looking in the sixth. That 1-1 is lifted into right center. Right to Frugal over there for the first down of the inning. The leadoff hitter, Jeremy Johnson, 1 for 3 in this ball game to the plate here. The bottom of the ninth, Johnson grounded out to the hot corner, third base in the sixth, singled back in the fourth.
At the plate,
Struck out swinging in the first. It's been a little rough outing in the field so far for Johnson, but let's see if his bat can back him up here. It's in the bottom of the ninth. Pilots 6, Chinooks 0. As Ledesma puts that one in for a strike 1. No balls, 1 strike here to Johnson from Ledesma. And Johnson pops that up for Gale, backs up. We're going to be called off by the right fielder, Chandler Anderson, and Levi Gilcrease. It's the last chance here for the Chinooks as he hits with 2 outs and nobody on. Pilots 6, Chinooks 0. Gilcrease 0 for 2 in this ball game with a walk. Struck out swinging in the first, walked in the fourth, and grounded out to the shortstop in the sixth. And Ledesma puts that one in for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike here. 0-1. And Gilcrease goes after that one in the dirt, comes up empty on the swing. And the Chinooks down to the last strike here. No balls and 2 strikes. As Ledesma looks for the complete game shutout and his 11th strike. Out of the ball game, the 0-2 pitch here to Gilcrease. That one's low, ball 1. 109 pitches so far for the Pilots right-hander. As the Pilots are letting him go the distance, or at least attempt to. The 1-2 is up high, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one's low. Gilcrease, a good job on the batter's backs. Working his way back from an 0-2 count all the way to load it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ledesma looking for the complete game shutout. Gilcrease looking to extend it. 3-2 pitch. It's high and outside for ball 4. As Ledesma issues his second walk of the game. Both of them to Gilcrease. He'll be on board for the second time of the night. And Brandon Mitchie to the plate here. Bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, runner on first. Pilot 6, Chinooks 0.
Chinooks number 9, Brandon Mitchie.
Ledesma from the stretch now. It's been a while since we've seen him in that position. The pitch to Mitchie. Takes that one outside. Ball 1. Looking around the other Alaska Baseball League action, the Miners still ahead of the Bucks 2-0 this time at the top of the 4th. So the Miners looking to clamp down on that first place position. But right now, Ledesma, the 1-0 pitch, there goes Gilcrease, Carter bends. Well, nobody was over there to cover on second, so Gilcrease strolls in easily. And Gilcrease will stand on second now. And Mitchie facing a 1-1 count. Ledesma, bottom of the ninth here. His team up 6-0 as Carter Benz is going to trot out and have a word with his right-hander.
Catcher confers with his pitcher. Here's your split the pot winning ticket number. Grab your blue ticket. It's 990-390. 990-390 for $120. 990-390 for $120. Congratulations.
The 1-1 pitch here to Mitchie. Gilcrease now on second. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. The 1-1. Is outside, ball 2. Well, the umpire has been consistent with that strike zone, no matter how small it might appear. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gilcrease on second, Mitchie at the plate. Ledesma going for the complete game shutout. 2-1 pitch. And Mitchie goes after that outside cheese. Comes up with nothing but air. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Caleb Treese on second. Mitchie at the plate, hitting from the left side. 2-2 pitch with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Pilot 6, Chinook 0. Desma sets the 2-2. That ball skips in the dirt. Bends, keeps his chest down to keep the ball in front of him. This time now a loaded count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ledesma, 117 pitches so far. 118th incoming this time on a 3-2 2-out pitch with a runner aboard second. And right there. And well, there's really no other way for Ledesma to end this game other than with a strikeout and a 2-hour and 5-minute ball game. Steven Ledesma, a complete game, 2 hits, shutout, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts. And sometimes you just get beat, and that's what Ledesma did in this ball game. We'll be back shortly with a quick postgame. Alrighty, folks, Caleb Dwyer back here with a Chinook post game, and well, sometimes in baseball you just can't hit it. The Chinooks, 2 hits in this ball game. Steven Ledesma, the Pilots right-hander, just completely dominant, a complete game, 2-hit shutout performance. And sometimes you can just tip your cap and say you pitched the ball really well tonight. The Chinooks fall in this game 6-0. Looking around the league, the Miners, like I said, won the first game of the doubleheader and currently lead the second one 2-0. So let's just assume the Miners go ahead and keep that lead and win it. The Chinooks would be a game back with 6 games to go. And, well, really, the fun starts tomorrow. With 6 games left, we begin a 4-game, 3-day road trip. If you're asking how that's possible, well, going back to the end of June, we had a trip up to Kenai. A game was rained out, and we're making that up now. So we will have tomorrow, if you're looking at the schedule, Thursday, July 27th, we'll have a game against Kenai, the Oilers, at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And then on Friday, July 28th, we'll have a doubleheader at 4 and 6 against the Oilers. And on Sunday, we have another game against the Oilers. So those 4 games will most likely set the precedent, as when we come back, we face the Bucks at their place on Sunday, the 30th, and then the Bucks are back here Monday, the 31st. And, well, that could possibly be the final game. That could be a decide playoff game. That could be a game just for fun, as we've already clinched the playoffs. We don't know. It's going to be a wild next few days, but the real fun starts tomorrow as a 3-day, 4-game road trip will really set the tone if the Chinooks make the playoffs. Really nothing to say in terms of our bats. When you only get 2 hits, it's not fun to talk about. Really, you just have to tip your cap to the Pilots. 11 hits, 6 runs, no errors. The Chinooks, though, were a little bit more responsible in the field after last night, having 7 errors committed, only 1. That's a nice sign, but when you give up 6 runs, it's going to be tough, and especially when you can only get 2 hits. Steven Ledesma for the Pilots goes the distance, 9 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, 45 balls, and 73 strikes thrown for a total of 118. And that's just dominance for you. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. 6 games left. The Chinooks fall to 15 and 23 for a full game back of the Oilers for that 4th and final playoff spot. I'm Caleb Dwyer. We're back in Kenai tomorrow at 6 p.m. Join us then. Same place, same time. Have a great day, and God bless.